Alright, these two plants are usually right over here at the top. I'm gonna bring them down so that you don't have to climb up and water them, which is usually what I do. This guy is called a ZZ plant. It usually doesn't really require much water, so you might not even really need to water this. This one maybe I'll just water it before I go, and that should be fine for the duration of the month I'm gone. If it's starting to look like kind of weird on week 3, you might want to just give it just a little bit of water. But this guy is pretty robust and thrives on dry climates, so this guy might be fine. This one's slightly more complicated, so cannot remember what this guy is called. Again, I have my moisture meter. I'm gonna put it in about it's not all the way, but maybe it's like 4 or 5 inches in. And if it's dry, which usually is about once a week, then it's ready for water. So similar to most of the other plants, this one has like a little drainage hole right here, so excess water will pool around that. The problem with this pot is the drainage is kind of like stuck to it, so you don't want to overwater too much because it'll be tough to pour away the excess water. What I usually do is just get in here and do, alright, let's see, 1, 2, 3, let that drain a little. Just like pour around the soil, just make sure the water is draining. Not too much at a time. Oops. 1, 2. And 1, 2. I think that should do it. You will see that water is already starting to pool at the bottom of the pot. So I'll give it maybe 10 minutes, wait for it to pool, and if there's any excess water, I'm gonna try to just pour it into the sink and drain it out. Just make sure not to tilt it too much so that the whole plant doesn't come falling off. Usually you can just tilt it a little and it should be fine, and most of the excess water will kind of drain away into the sink. This guy once a week is fine.